So today we're going to cover a couple basics of going under the hood of your vehicle. One thing you want to do is be able to do so without a lot of worry. So this is something you need to get yourself familiar with before it's an emergency type situation and you're fumbling around trying to figure out how to get the hood open. Open the hood is different on various vehicles. We're going to look at two different vehicles today. We're going to look at a 2017 and a 1990. So there's a vast difference between the two, but the same mechanics are still there. So on this particular car, we've got the door open. This one has a lever to the left side, and you will simply pull that, and we'll go around to the front of the vehicle. In this particular case, the hood is already popped open. We will find a security lever. It's located right here. And what that's designed to do is if your hood is ever left open or ajar, so to speak, and you start to take off in traffic, the safety measure will catch that and prevent it from flipping up. And in order to get the car open all the way, you will need to locate that and open it up all the way. So under the hood of the vehicle, you have a couple of different things that you would want to look for. Over here, and it would be marked on the top, would be how, or not how, but where to add oil in the event that you ever needed to add oil to your vehicle. And there's some other maintenance items under here that if you're not familiar with, you would either have to pay someone to do or learn them yourselves. Another item that is commonly checked and needed to be replaced or added to would be your washer fluid. Some of them have a yellow cap. This one does not, but it does have the little washer symbol. In the corner over here to the back, you have other types of fluids. Under this cover, you have brake fluid. There's various things that you would want to check before you're going to go on a long road trip. Brake fluid, taking a glance at that would be one of them. Checking your oil and so on. This particular vehicle does not have a dipstick to check the oil. It is done through the computer system in the onboard section of the vehicle. And we'll take a minute in just a second to show you that feature as well. Jumping forward to or jumping backwards, so to speak, toward an older car. Opening the hood of this vehicle is very similar to how we did on the newer style vehicle, with the exception of the lever is hidden under the hood here. I mean under the dash rather. We pull that. And this particular security measure or safety is right here in the front. And then it retracts and gets out of the way. Under here you have kind of the same type basics. You have washer fluid, brake fluid, where to add your oil, very similar place as in the newer car. It's typically marked with like a little oil can and a drop of oil coming off of it. This particular vehicle does have a dipstick, so you'd want to locate that on your vehicle before you take a long road trip, or periodically check it to make sure. And typically they are marked between a high mark and a low mark. This particular vehicle is a diesel, so the oil is very, very black, which is common for that. On a gasoline engine, it would not be so dark. But here we see that there is a lower notch and a higher notch, and you would want your oil located somewhere in between or to the upper mark. You'd always refer to your owner's manual for that best information. Over here is a coolant jug, which is for the radiator. You would never want to open that cap while the vehicle is hot. You would always want to check it when it's cold. Most of them you can see through the plastic container.